अभी रुक जाओ, ये गलत हो जाएगा मतलब ना, अब बैठ जाओ, चल रहे हैं, चलिए.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Presents Panel Discussion. Panel discussion is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints on topics related to education and society. Our topic
Yeah.
for the day is managing time and priorities. And to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Mrs. Anita Renu ma'am, Anita Renu George ma'am, Principal of Aspire Residential Public School, Kerala. A very warm
Yeah.
welcome, ma'am. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very welcome again. Then we have with us Mr. Vinay sir, Mr. Vinay Kumar Upadhyay sir from Rana Public School, Shahjahanpur. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So, managing time and priorities as a school leader, as a principal, some tips and tools we are talking about. So, starting off with you, Anita ma'am. So, what are some of the common time management challenges that you would have faced, ma'am, and that you believe most of the principal are facing nowadays, ma'am?
Okay, thank you for that question. Managing time and priorities can be a challenging task for principals like us due to the continuous flow of tasks and responsibilities that can quickly become overwhelming. Moreover, unexpected events can arise at any moment, further complicating our schedules. However, I think we can overcome these challenges by adopting a curious and creative mindset to find effective solutions. And this may involve prioritizing tasks, setting clear boundaries, delegating tasks to others, or trying out new tools and strategies to enhance our productivity. It also requires a self reflective approach to identify any unproductive work habits and make necessary changes to align with our goals and values. Ultimately, as principals, we must accept and embrace the complexity of our roles and approach each day with an open mind, willingness to learn and adapt. I should say that as leaders of schools, we principals face a variety of time management challenges that can make our job difficult. From competing priorities and administrative tasks to interruptions and distractions, principals like us must juggle multiple responsibilities and stay organized to be effective in our role. I should say that one of the most common challenges that we principals face is managing competing priorities. Like with so many responsibilities to address, it can be difficult to know where to focus our attention. To overcome this challenge, principals can prioritize their tasks based on urgency and importance, creating a schedule or plan that allows us to tackle the most critical tasks first. Another challenge that principals face is completing administrative tasks. While these tasks may be necessary, they can be time consuming and may take away from us the instructional leadership that we are expected to provide. Delegating administrative tasks to other staff members where appropriate can help us free up their time, free up our time for more important responsibilities, I should say. Another point is like managing interruptions and distractions can be very challenging. With phone calls, emails, unexpected visitors vying for their attention throughout the day, it can be difficult to stay focused and productive. One effective strategy is to establish clear boundaries and expectations around office hours and availability, and to schedule specific times for answering phone calls and even responding to emails. Finally, I should say balancing short term and long term goals can be a challenge for principals like us. While short term concerns may require immediate attention and resources, long term goals require more planning and strategic thinking. Creating a strategic plan that outlines both short term and long term goals can help principals stay focused and prioritize their task effectively. Overall, let me say that effective time management is essential for principals to fulfill many responsibilities and provide leadership for our staff and students. By prioritizing tasks, delegating responsibilities, managing interruptions and distractions, and balancing short term and long term goals, we can stay organized, focused, and productive in our roles. Thank you.
Absolutely, ma'am. Anita, ma'am, very beautifully explained all the challenges faced by principals. Thank you so much, ma'am. Over to you, Vinay sir. Would you like to add something to ma'am? And also, as ma'am were mentioning about how can you prioritize the school leaders, you can prioritize uh, the things that you have that needs to be done, on an urgent basis and the workload basically. So how can a principal prioritize these things, the workload and the responsibilities effectively?
Yeah, as you know, principal as a leader of the school shoulder various responsibilities, takes policy decisions and forms rules and regulations, and adopts various means to bring a healthy and productive environment for the learning and teaching activities. He oversees all activities and operations that take place in school daily, and particularly uh, at present time in corporate world, the principal's job is so much complex. It's a quite different cup of tea. It is very difficult to face the challenges of so many things, but there are certain things, certain parameters that if you follow, I think you will be successful principal. Particularly in the context of educational development and uh, institutional effectiveness, he must act as a vibrant leader. As you know, a leader is one who knows the way, who goes the way, who shows the ways. In our educational system, everything has been pointed out. Nothing is hidden. So, as a principal, first and foremost, I would like to focus on monitoring, teaching, and learning. How our teaching and learning going on? NEP, National Education Policy 2020, focus more and more on interaction. If beautiful interaction is going on or taking place in any school, I think there is no difficult challenge that must be faced by the principals. Principal is supposed to manage time according to the educational system. Different schools have different type of system, but as a principal of this uh, up to date school, this dynamic school, I have managed my time beautifully, no problem. What is my time is absolutely scheduled, and I have also talked all people that if problem is very unnecessary, please settle the matters. If problem is very serious, come to me. If I have divided different things for the different peoples, they are going to shoulder, they are going to settle the matters. So I'm not supposed to worry at all, because life is a challenge. So I would like to face the challenges, because there are certain parameters, certain strategies, certain resolutions, certain willpower that makes us I think powerful, that makes us very much powerful to deal with all these things beautifully. As per time, suppose vice principal is there, coordinator is there, and different people are there, so they will help me in dealing with all this, because principal is not all alone there. There are so many hands that can be utilized by principals, by congenial behavior, by his rapport. The kind of principal you are, it is, I think it is a, it's absolutely depend on your attitude. Most of the principal think that they are only administrator, but in educational field, principals should behave with all members of the schools, with all teachers, in a democratic way, in a democratic sentiments, I think. So suppose I am principal, I must not show my aristocracy. I must not show that I am principal, I have so much right. No, this is not the way to deal with different things. If you are transparent, proactive, open-minded, ready to listen, good orator, good personality, impartial, so I think there is no problem. This type of problem, I think, have nothing to worry at all. Suppose managing time and priorities. Yes, I am supposed to utilize my time, because time is life. So if I waste my time, surely the life of education, which is the strong force in the life of a nation, that will be damaged, of course. So I have to decide which is important, which is unimportant. So I would like to eradicate those minor problems, those trivial problems that are in our information. I think I will settle, no problem. No problem, because I'm an honest person, dead honest person. As a principal, I'm shouldering a lot of responsibilities. Very transparent, very innovative mind. I have, and I adopt, and I respect each and every person equally without making any distinction. So I think there is no problem, and in this way, by maintaining rapport, I think harmony among all sections of the school, I will be in position to handle each and every problem without any extra burden. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Vinay sir. Anita ma'am, would you like to add something to sir? And also, ma'am, how do you, sir was just mentioning about burnout. So, how do you avoid, feeling overwhelmed, and how do you avoid that feeling, ma'am?
Yes. Yeah, Vinay sir was saying, I think the situation in each school is a little different. If you compare sir's school with ours is a relatively a young school. So, as a principal, then we don't have any kind of different heads down the line. So we are still a growing school, and we are into the sixth year now. We have completed 6 years, and myself, I am the relatively a young principal, I should say, in terms of the current job that I have taken on. So in such cases, we it can be a daunting task when it comes to managing the workload at times, I should say. And when we are coming after 2 years of COVID, the task ahead of us was Herculean in managing everything, including CBSE affiliation and all such things, online, going offline, everything. So, as a principal, managing a heavy workload, though it can be a daunting task, it doesn't have to be that way. But by using the right strategies, we can stay organized, productive, and avoid feeling overwhelmed. And we can also pass down our strategies to our teammates. And what I found very useful was a practical and effective concept explained in David Allen's Getting Things Done, the GTD concept, which has made it a worldwide phenomenon and a classic in the field of productivity and time management. The system is based on a few key principles like capturing all tasks in one place, clarifying what needs to be done for each task, and organizing tasks into categories of projects. By following these principles, and I'm sure that we all can stay on top of our workload and make sure that nothing falls through the cracks. And one of the best strategies or ways to put it, do this is by prioritizing tasks. Like we should begin by identifying the most important tasks and responsibilities, and we should then organize our to-do list based on urgency and importance. It's essential to focus on completing the most critical tasks first to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Prioritizing tasks by focusing on the most important responsibilities first helps to break down the workload into manageable pieces, as we are always doing each day. Another thing is holding people accountable. We need to observe and identify strengths and weaknesses of each employee. Delegate tasks specifically to individuals and not vaguely to groups. We should remember that everybody's baby is nobody's baby. Can set targets and objectives for that person and give clear milestones and time frames for task completion. And we need to insist upon feedback as a predetermined schedule. This way, when the person to whom the task has been delegated becomes accountable, and once accountability takes a grip, it's like turning a spotlight on someone, and it is a great motivator. Also, with every task delegated, remember that the employee to whom the task has been delegated is learning and improving, and on his way to become a positive, well-trained, or well-exposed senior. And we can utilize every member while delegating tasks to different staff members where appropriate can free up time for staff members. It is important to delegate tasks to members who have the appropriate skills and expertise to complete the task effectively. We often have the tendency to delegate more tasks to capable, sincere, and responsible employees. Like those who are doing a lot of work, they continue to be given work like that. But remember that every employee will have some strength of the other, and identify these, motivate him or her to make him her accountable. And there you have another valuable member of a team to delegate tasks to, and that brings down your workload also. The practical, as I said, the practical and effective concepts explained in GTD system, delegating tasks based on the amount of time they take to complete. Tasks that take less than 2 minutes should be completed immediately, while tasks that take longer than 2 minutes should be delegated to others and kept for a later time as per priority. I also have to add that another effective strategy is to create a schedule that allocates specific times for important tasks by avoiding multitasking and taking short breaks throughout the day. Principals can stay focused and avoid feeling burned out. Additionally, delegating, as I said, again, delegating tasks can free up time for us and ensure that responsibilities are shared, and this way we may feel better. Then listing out duties. A charter of duties, clearly listing out duties and responsibilities, has to be laid down for each employee in the organization, from principal to the janitor, and it should be formally incorporated into the company policy. And this will, this should be linked to performance appraisal, and should help ensure that the principal doesn't end up doing the clerk's job. Then always we can seek support from colleagues, mentors, or professional associations to help manage our workload. And like this we are doing now, we can share our ideas and strategies with others who have similar experience. Like NTAB has taken the step to discuss, bring up this topic and share our experiences with each other. This is a very important. We can have that feeling that we are not alone. Then taking breaks for recharging and avoiding burnout. Principals can make time to engage in activities that help them relax and reduce stress, seeking support, then managing heavy workload, sharing ideas and strategies. We can avoid feeling overwhelmed by our workload and maintain a work-life balance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anita ma'am. Very beautifully explained the importance of time management and how to prioritize your workload as a school leader. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, sir. How do you firstly, would you like to add something to ma'am? And there are times when sudden interruptions. There are interruptions, and there are some events that were not planned, unplanned events. So how do you deal with those events, sir?
Yeah. Actually, we make through a plan that we apply throughout the years. And for this purpose, suppose you have tips and tools according to timetable. Each and everybody work, his or her work has been given. Okay, so in that way, I am a good observer. Unless I observe, so many things will go on in a disordered way. Suppose clerk, coordinator, senior coordinator, head, vice principal. These are the different posts. So principal is supposed to divide this work load to different people so that they can cooperate with principal, because principal role is very challenging. It's quite different cup of tea, and he has immense power to deal with all these things. All people are in position to cooperate with principal. If principal has monopoly to work each and everything, that will be, I think, quite unnecessary, quite unimportant. That will be wrong way, because principal is supposed to seek advice, suggestions, cooperations from all. His duty is to make learning joyful, interactive, cooperative, and stimulating. He is supposed to strive to achieve all-round development of the students. How can? By the different teachers, sport teachers, cultural program, socially responsible, culturally vibrant human being of character and commitment. He's supposed to create a stimulating environment to bring out the best in every child. How can he? Alone he cannot discharge his services over there. All alone, no. Because school is a joint effort. School is an organization that runs through a joint effort. If you are unable to take cooperation beautifully from others by using emotional intelligence, am I right? And you must know, a principal must know each and every teacher's attitude, interests, capabilities, competence very well, and should be have with each and everyone without any partiality. There should be no pride and prejudice in the mind of principal. Suppose if your interaction is not going with each and every people equally, surely you will fail. You can seek any tips and tools. Tips and tools cannot make people happy. Your behavior. I think if your behavior is good, I always focus on behavior. I always focus on interaction. Interact with people beautifully. So many problems will be eradicated at the same time. There is a good discussion in school organization. In school organization, different people cooperate with the principal. If he or she doesn't seek cooperation, doesn't seek advice, suggestion from the teachers, it means he will fail. Surely he will fail, and he will not be an effective principal. A principal should see the development, the growth of his subordinates. He must take workshop. He must share his experiences, approaches, method, and falsafa of life, whatever he has got from different sources, different moving accounts, mature experiences from professors, from music, so many things. So he must not hide anything. He must be very much transparent in dealing with each and everything of the school, because school is much more than temple to this world. On on one hand, principal is running the world of tomorrow, and on the other hand, he is he is making the world up coming days. So he must be very much aware of all this by using technology, particularly dealing with different guardians. Different guardians belong to different uh, communities, cultures, religions. So he must be very much sensitive in dealing with all these things. He must make school safe and sound for all communities. He must be very much sensitive, and he must be very much worried about all type of activities and operations that are taking place. So accordingly, he will be observer, good observer. He's watchdog of his school. So if he's not observant, good observant, surely he will fail. And no tips and tools can make successful principal. Only your behavior, your attitude, your thinking, your falsafa of life, your approaches, your techniques. If you suppose if you are not innovative, so many things you will suffer. Particularly she is a very young principal, so she is facing challenge, because in beginning there is a challenge, because some different school have different type of policies. So these policies, I think, uh, to a great extent create problems. Our school setup, particularly different school have different setup, different falsafa, different technique, different policies. All right. So according to policies, you are supposed to do, you are supposed to face, you are supposed to uh, give priority to the work, what they demand. But in my mind, first priorities must be given to the learning and teaching. If learning and teaching is not going on smoothly, so many problems will come over. If our teachers are interacting with our present generation, who are the most precious wealth of nation, it is our duty to nurture, guide, and mold the minds of students, who will be the great leader, president, prime minister, governor, and so on. So how can we neglect them? We cannot neglect them. Only by some tips and tools, and to give benefit to the management. Principal cannot. Principal is not a cup. Is a very easy cup of tea. It's quite different cup of tea. It is challenging task. That's why. In the beginning, you can say you are a younger principal. You can say, but I face so many challenges. But I know very well. I can say it with full force, with full confidence that no. If principal is good, if he knows how to divide work to the different people who have that capacity without any prejudice, I think there is nothing, no problem will come over here. So I request my all friends and principals and you, madam, coordinator of this program, and very much happy to participate in this beautiful discussion, beautiful interaction. I think, and I will suggest to that no, principals should be very much aware of the partial. He must be above the partiality. Prejudice, there should be no place. Am I right? Thank you very much. In this way, will in
Thank you
position
so
to
much,
overcome.
Vinay sir.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much, Vinay sir. Thank you so much, Anita ma'am, for being here today.
Yeah. So actually, I was not ready, but due to our compulsion, I came tomorrow, yesterday over here. But I was willing to participate. Next day, when you ask me, I will share with you and I will prepare. But whatever I'm telling you, that is crux of your topic. Managing time and principles as a principal tips and tools. How can managing time? Time will be managed by different type of people. I will be in a very central point, at a very central point, observing each and every activities that take place at school. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am, for taking out your time.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Nice
Thank you so much.
convening you have. This capacity God has given you. I want to see you again and again.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir. And for all the viewers watching us out, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Have a great day.
Thank
How
you.
can you send? How can you send this? Okay. How I feel? How do you feel, madam, today?
I feel great, sir.
Madam Anita, please, I want to see.
Anita, ma'am, how
Anita,
do you
Yes,
feel?
yes. Yeah, I feel great. It is
how do you
nice to
feel?
learn from each other.
I'm very much happy to see a young principal who is facing challenges. But I would like to advise you, please be emotional intelligence use, and your interaction level must be. You must be transparent, open to, always ready to listen others. Proper respect must be given. Innovative ideas. Be very good.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
Very good
I,
orator. Also, your behavior, each and everything will, I think, make you a very effective principal. An effective principal. I'll meet you there whenever I come to Kerala. I'll meet you and I will have a lunch or dine or tea, a cup of tea at your residence.
Thank you. I should say that the best aspect that I would proudly say that in managing the team, being one of them and being empathetic, it has made me,
Must
very
be good orator. I used to take workshop. If you organize and give me a chance, I will take up a workshop. How can we make this world better? We educate to better for a better world. If you can organize this topic, I will be very much happy and I will take a workshop at your school. Beautifully, you will see.
Thank you.
Okay, from this point, from here, on this
Thank you so
topic.
much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.